Fans are excited to see the Diamond Dogs spring into action, but there's one player who's got the crowd fired up since last year.
Baseman number 15, Murph Gray.
Lots of expectations surround Murph Gray after being named Freshman of the Year in the Mountain West last season.
Obviously, his physical nature and how he can approach the game physically, but honestly just the way he works and the way he's humble, the way he goes about things every day and eager to be better, wants to be a good teammate, wants to learn from what's around him.
The Center for Irrigation Technology's AgTech Day is more than just a technological showcase.
We're going to be showing you some new technology and some existing technology that will help you manage your water and manage your resources.
The event stressed the importance of saving water and energy as resources run scarce. Members of the Valley's agricultural community ride buses through Fresno State's 1,000-acre laboratory looking at resource-efficient technologies.
I think there's a great demand for this technology. If you look at the water restrictions we're seeing in the Central Valley, in fact around the world, fresh water is becoming more and more of a scarce resource.
While some teams attempt to earn a spot in the playoffs, others will seek to finish the regular season on a high note as they enter the postseason. And the Delta College Mustangs are without a doubt a huge protagonist within their conference.
I mean, we always have a target on our back, especially after last year winning a state title. So, that's our expectation, is to always kind of get everybody's best shot.
California's Central Valley is one of the largest crop-producing regions on the planet, but proximity doesn't mean lower prices for local farm workers.
Cost of doing business, everything has gone up. Cost certification for to be organic has gone up. Fuel has gone up. Taxes have gone up. Everything's gone up.
It's not just the people who buy the produce. Farmers are having a hard time selling their produce as higher prices drive away consumers. But local farmers don't have much of a choice when it comes to setting how much their crops are worth.
I want to say inflation, like housing and everything increased, like it went up, so we have to keep up just to meet our end of the, so we can pay for our bills and stuff.
Let's take you to one of those voting booths now.
David Victor is live at the RSU to tell us about the voting turnout. David?
Thank you, Caesar and Jimena. Joining me, we have the Mary Davis, Election Commissioner for ASI. So, Mary, how's the voter turnout coming along?
I want to say that the voter turnout has been really good this year. It's been really cool to see people get engaged within the election and just be more actively participating. And so I would say we've had a pretty good voter turnout this year.
So we have two voter booths, one right here in the RSU and another one in the library. Are those open for the entire election?
So the voting booths are actually done after today, and they closed at 1, and we won't have any booths open tomorrow for them to vote.
Okay, and so lastly, when should we expect the election results to come in?
The election results will probably be coming in tomorrow around 12:45, between 12:45 and 1:15.
Thank you very much, Mary. So if you haven't voted already, you still have time until noon tomorrow. So one of the key components of voting is gaining trust between the general public and politicians, which has been dwindling during these past couple of decades. What does that mean for political science students? I decided to ask a couple of them, and this is what they've had to say.
Winning over the public is now harder than ever. This is a big hurdle for today's students who pursue a career in politics.
You are going to face backlash for even being involved. I face backlash for even being a political science major. It happens all the time. There's so much polarization.
According to a Pew Research study, only 2 in 10 Americans trust government. This is a stigma that will take more than just words for political science students to overcome if they intend to run for office. Retail stores sell fruits and vegetables at lower prices, while local growers say quality is worth their cost.
Quality of produce at this market is unparalleled. It is all fresh from less than 40 miles away.
Big Hat Days is the largest 2-day festival in the Central Valley. Over 140,000 people attend each year. For a small place like the Old Town Clovis area, hosting an event this big is worth tipping your hats off to. People learn from hard times and mistakes to get better in the future at anything they do. Murph Gray, on the other hand, has to learn from having an outstanding season last year. San Joaquin Delta College currently marches in first place of the Big 8 Conference. With only a few games left to go, the Mustangs have their goals set in stone. win the remainder of the games to clinch the conference championship as they head into the playoffs, where they will try to retain their status as state champions. Local farm businesses rely on their produce sales to stay afloat, but as costs continue to rise, selling their crops at competitive prices is becoming more and more of a challenge. As the demand for energy continues to increase, the development of energy-efficient technology in the agricultural sector has become more crucial than ever before. Students are already facing these challenges here in college working for the student body government. And as public trust in government officials continues to go on a downward trend, it looks like getting into politics is harder than ever. But if you're young, this might actually turn out to be an advantage. People always have a reason to come to Big Hat Days, whether it's trying new things like petting animals.
I haven't had much interactions with goats before, so this is new and fun. The goats are cute.
Or coming every year to enjoy some local brew.
559 is never disappointed. For somehow they always tend to make a good beer that you'd never expect.
At Old Town Clovis, David Victor, MCJ 124. High gas prices also affect farmers on how much they spend to transport their crops. Like Luis Rivera, who drives from Visalia to sell his produce in Madera County. It affects us in many ways. The fact is that just by coming here, it costs us more than $100. We have to jump up the prices, but we also can't sell it too high. Reporting from Fresno, California, I'm David Victor for The View from here. Not everyone in ASI is a political science major, but they know about how these students deal with politician stigma.
Obviously, you want people to trust you, and if there's prior people in government who aren't doing a good job and are tainting that image, then it is a little bit more hard for them.
Thanks, David.
You can see political science students have a bumpy future ahead of them. Reporting live from the Resnick Student Union, David Victor, Fresno State Focus.